Hey everybody, this is Amy. I'm a children's programmer at West Library, and today we're going to be going over some programs to go for December. We're doing candy crafts this month. So in your bags you should have received supplies and instructions for 2 simple crafts. The first one that we're going to get into today is actually the candy cane mice. So let's go. So with candy cane mice, what you're going to need and what should be provided is a template. Our mouse needs to have his parts. We're going to have 2 candy canes as well as some felt for the body and ears. You're going to have some tacky glue as well as some Q-tips to apply the glue. What you're going to need at home is a pair of scissors and a Sharpie or marker, or even a piece of chalk would work so we could outline our template. All right, let's go. All right. I'm going to take out my body, one of the candy canes. The first thing that we're gonna wanna do is cut out the body, ears, and inner ears. It doesn't have to be perfect, just so you know where each is going to be. Boop. There's our body. Let's get his ears next. Mice have nice big ears. We want ours to have nice big ears as well. And the ears are going to be all one big thing. Like that. And here's where we have to be a little bit more careful with these inner ears. I'm going to cut out all the excess paper and just put that to the side. Make it a little bit easier to work with. And if you were at home and you were little, you can probably cut these out better than I can. Just getting smaller and smaller. Here we go. All right, and now we're going to decide what color we want our body to be. So we want the body and ears to be the same color, but we want the inner ears to be a different color so we can tell that they're different. So let's see. Since our sample mouse is green, I think I'm going to do a mouse with red body and ears and green inner ears. So we're going to put them down like this, and then we're just going to trace a line around the body so we know where to cut on the felt. All right, there's our mouse body, and here's our mouse ears. All right, I'm just going to show you real quick. Now you may notice on the body we have these dotted lines. So these extra lines are stuff that we're actually going to cut so we can fit our candy cane in the mouse. So I'm going to put those lines on the felt right now so we don't forget. Now, if if you're prone to forgetting, you could leave it as a dotted line, but I just put 2 lines on there. And if you see, it kind of matches that. So far, so good? All right. Now before I lose these tiny little ears, I'm going to put them on our green fabric and do the same thing that I did before, just trace them out. All right, wish me luck. These are so teensy. Boop-a-doop. There's one, and here is the other. This is why washable markers might be better than Sharpies, because it's getting on my hands. All right, so we can put these to the side. If you have more felt at home, you can make more of them. But for us, that's enough. So let's cut out our felt now. And I want to be a little bit more careful with the felt because this is our end product. So we don't want our mouse to look messy. Here's our body. And to make these snips, you might want to get an adult to help you, because these are a little bit difficult. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it on the line, or actually, nope, I lied. You fold it the other way, and you make a small snip right there, and if you open it back up, you'll see a little hole. Boop. And you do that for the other ones. Fold it, small snip on the line, open it up to check your work, and there's your hole. And here we go again. We have these. Now we're gonna, since they are vertical, which means up and down, we're gonna fold it the other way. There we go. Flip it over, give it a little snip, open it up. That looks about right. Fold it again, give it a little snip, and that's the body done. So let's get his big old ears. There's his ears. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Now let's get the inner ears real quick. There's a little bit sticking off. There we go. Oop. There's the other ear. All right, so now we have all of our pieces cut out. it is time for gluing. So here's our tacky glue that you should have received. If you have hot glue at home, you can use it. You don't necessarily need to use it. But always use it with adult supervision, please. All right, here's our Q-tip. I think it is time to glue the ears on. Actually, I think we have to do one thing first. So what we want to do, the end of our mouse head that has the vertical lines, the ones that are pointing up and down, remember? We are going to want to slide these ears through. So let's see, what's an easy way to do this? Maybe if we fold these ears up, like a little taco. Funny shaped taco, but a taco nonetheless. You can slip them through the two holes, kind of like we're threading our shoes, our shoelaces maybe. And he's starting to look more like a mouse already. Now, if you're using washable markers or chalk, the lines won't be that much of a problem. If you're using Sharpie like I am, you could always switch to the reverse side so you won't have those lines that are marking up your mouse. All right, so now we can glue the inner ears on. Here we go. I'm gonna use just a little. We don't need a lot of glue, even though it is really fun to use a lot of glue sometimes. I'm gonna just tap it on the back. It makes me think about putting mayonnaise on a sandwich. And then you just pat that ear on that little mouse. And you do the same one, or the same thing to the other one rather. There we go. And you pat it on the ear. And when it's done, it should look something like this. But he is missing something. I think he needs some eyes. So you could take a Sharpie. Now a Sharpie would be best for this bit. Black is traditional, but if you have other colors, you're more than welcome to use other colors. There we go. And I'm gonna give him a little mouse nose too. So that just leaves the last step. He needs his candy cane. So where is my candy cane? Right here. And once again, the slits that are horizontal, that means like this. You're gonna slide the candy cane through those holes. And we want this part facing this way because we want his tail to look all curly and curvy. And there you go. Hey guys, we're ready to get started on our next craft now. This one is super simple, but the payoff is so good. All right, so right now we're going to make DIY marshmallow shooters. So in your bag, you should have a cake pop tube. There's going to be 3 parts to this. You should have a rubber band. You should have a balloon. And that's really all we need. You don't need anything else at home. So what we're going to do to make this easy, we're going to tie off our balloon first. And I always have trouble with this, so don't mind me if this takes a while. Will I get it on the first go? Let's see. I think I just caught my finger. I got it. All right. So here is our tied off balloon. I lied again. You will need scissors, the same scissors that you used. So what we're gonna do is the round edge of the balloon, we are going to cut off the very, very itty bitty tip. So you just stretch it and snip. We'll put that to the side for now. Next, we are going to take the cake pop tube, pop the top off, put that to the side. There's this middle bit that's kind of like a push pop if you've ever had one. Push that up, put it to the side. At the very bottom where they have, I guess it's kind of like a floor. I don't know what you would call it, but it's the bottom of the tube. You're gonna take your balloon, stretch it out kind of like this, and you're going to fit it on the bottom. If you're having trouble with this, what I usually do is put it down on the table. That way you can stretch it over like that. And you kind of want this guy to be in the center. And that brings up our next step, which is you don't want your balloon to go flying off when you pull on it. So you're going to take your rubber band and wrap it around the bottom, just to kind of secure it. You're going to take this little thing and put it back in. You want it to kind of fit loosely. And the idea is, if we have done this right, these are very sticky. You should be able to load up your marshmallow shooter and bam. And if you get very good, you might be able to get all of your marshmallows into a cup of your favorite cocoa. But be very careful if you do that, please, because it is hot. And so this concludes our December programs to go, our candy crafts. I hope you have a happy holidays. Thanks for participating. Bye.